from 5 to 60% ng budget mga kababayan sa ginastos na confidential funds na nalunok sa loob lang ng 11 days disallowed ng Commission on Audit. Laking problema po ni Inday. Ako tingin ko mga kababayan, baka ito yung maging basis po para yung kinatatakutan ni Inday na impeachment laban sa kanya na sabi may isinisulong na impeachment. Pero sabi ng mga congressmen, wala man na niya. Pero ito po na nadiscover dito na umalingasaw sa budget hearing mga kababayan ng budget ni Inday sa Congress, malamang ma-impeach si Inday for corruption. Ito naman po yung bago naming product na binibenta online. Eye Glow Serum, whitening po siya. Tingnan ninyo yung epekto sa aking anak na architect before and now. Yung mga inquiries po ninyo, dumiretso na lang kayo sa kanyang Facebook account, Riz Maravillas. As you know mga kababayan, nangamuti si Inday sa pag-defend sa Congress ng kanyang budget sa Office of the Vice President. Iwas pusoy po si Inday, pero hindi umobra mga kababayan, ginisa pa rin siya ng mga congressmen. Si Pampanga Representative Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, dating Pangulo at barkada ni Inday, nag-attempt sana na mag-abogado kay Inday, kaya lang hindi rin po lumusot. Sabi ni Inday, mga kababayan, after na i-present niya yung kanyang budget for 2025, yung request niya na more than 2 billion pesos. Sabi ni Inday, I would like to forgo the opportunity to defend the budget in a question and answer format. I will leave it up to the House to decide on the budget submitted. Sinupalpal po siya kaagad ni House Committee on Appropriations Senior Vice Chairperson Estela Kimbo. Sabi ni Kimbo, kasama po ito ang pagtatanong at pakikinig po sa sagot ninyo ay napaka-importanting input sa amin pong trabaho. We will proceed to ask questions. Kaya nag-isa si Inday at nang mag-present po mga kababayan sa Congress kanina. Hanggang ngayon, habang ginagawa natin itong video ito, ongoing pa yung hearing ng Congress. Present po yung audit report sa confidential funds. Iwas sa pusoy sana siya. Sabi ni Inday, hindi naman niya ako nag-request ng confidential funds ngayon. So hindi man kailangan niya pang i-discuss yan. Hindi pumayag yung mga congressmen. Pero si Inday po, ayaw sagutin. Pinasagot po sa Commission on Audit. Matindi po yung naging revelasyon. 60% from 5 to 60% ng budget mga kababayan sa ginastos na confidential funds na nalunok sa loob lang ng 11 days disallowed ng Commission on Audit. Laking problema po ni Inday. Ako tingin ko mga kababayan, baka ito yung maging basis po para yung kinatatakutan ni Inday na impeachment laban sa kanya na sabi may isinisulong na impeachment. Pero sabi ng mga congressmen, wala man na niya. Pero ito po na nadiscover dito na umalingasaw sa budget hearing mga kababayan ng budget ni Inday sa Congress, malamang ma-impeach si Inday for corruption and betrayal of public trust. Ito, analysis ko lang po mga kababayan kasi matindi po yung naging revelasyon. Pakinggan natin si Inday mga kababayan habang gustong magpalusot. So ito mga kababayan yung live coverage ng Congress, House of Representatives Committee on Appropriations Budget Briefing, hearing para sa proposed budget ng Office of the Vice President. Pakinggan natin si Inday.
Madam Chair, I'm recognized.
Yes, Madam Vice President.
I would like to forgo the opportunity to defend the budget in a question and answer format. I will leave it up to the House to decide on the budget submitted.
Madam Vice President, we have 17 members listed for interpellation, and as you know, you've been here many times for our budget briefing, that this is an important part of the budget briefing. The GAA, the General Appropriations Act, is arguably the most important piece of legislation every year. At kasama po ito, ang pagtatanong at pakikinig po sa sagot po ninyo ay napaka-importante pong input sa aming pong trabaho. So, yun po, kami po ay, we will proceed to ask questions.
Madam Chair, my answer for every question will be, I will forgo the opportunity to defend the budget of the Office of the Vice President through a question and answer. And I will
Iwas po
leave it
po.
to the House to
Tigas
decide
ng ulo ni Inday.
on the budget submitted.
Ayaw
So,
makross-examine.
Magsasayang tayo ng oras ito, paulit-ulit yung sagot.
That is acceptable to us. Unless I hear any objection, that is acceptable to us.
Okay.
Because it is, I believe, karapatan din po ng bawat Pilipino na marinig po nila ang katanungan po ng 17 po na nakalista sa ngayon. Palagay ko, kung meron pong dadating dito, baka dumagdag po. Pero marami pong issues na hinaharap po tayo ngayon. Kayo po mismo, nakikinig po kami sa inyong speech po kanina, kahit na hindi po siya related po sa ating budget. Marami pong na-spark na mga tanong, kaya palagay ko, kaya nga sinabi ko kanina, ilimit natin ang mga tanong tungkol sa budget. So, yun po. So, kung kayo po ay binigyan po namin ng pagkakataon na i-share po ang insights, kami rin po ay magsasabi din po ng aming mga katanungan. So, with that, the Deputy Minority Leader, Madam Castro, may now proceed. With all due respect,
I will not
Madam Chair.
repeat my question my answer every time there is a question. May I seek permission that every time there is a question, that is my answer.
Madam Chair, I will call you and you can do as you please, Madam Chair. But I will recognize you.
Okay. And then, Madam Chair, may I be given the opportunity to explain why I will not and I will forgo the opportunity to defend the budget in a question and answer in the committee and leave it to the House of Representatives to decide on the budget submitted.
Madam Chair,
Madam
point of
Chair.
order. Kasi po, tapos na ang presentation time kanina. So that was the opportunity for the resource person para magsalita. So now we have formally entered the interpellation period. So mas mainam po na pakinggan na ng Vice Presidente ang tanong na ating mga House members.
Tama po. So, the Chair agrees with the Honorable Manuel. We will proceed with the question and
Excuse me, Madam Chair. Point of order.
please wait to be recognized, sir. So, we will proceed
That's why
at this
point
point.
of order, Madam Chair.
And what is your point of order? May we know the rule on which your point of order is based? The Honorable Bautista, may we know the rule on which your point of order is based?
Because the Vice President already manifested that
Kindly, sir, present the rule so we can rule accordingly. What is the rule on which your point of order? What is the point of order first and the rule on which this is
what's the
based?
point of order also of Congressman Raul?
Malamang kakampi to ni Inday.
If you will question
Yes.
Si Bautista.
my point of order, you have also to question the point of order of Congressman Raul.
So we will make the Honorable Manuel repeat his point
Ito
of order.
kakampi din ito si
And
Ongab.
because this is clear based on the rules that we approved during our first hearing relating to the budget. So please repeat that.
Madam Chair, ang point of order natin ay batayan sa paano ang rules of procedure natin sa Committee on Appropriations na after mag-present ng ating mga resource persons, they are given time, kung may slide sila, may video sila, may speech sila, nasa kanila po yun. And after that, ay magpo-proceed sa questions ng ating mga mambabatas. So yun po yung established rules natin sa Committee on Appropriations na supposedly alam din ng lahat ng mga members natin. So kung iniiba natin yung format, yan ay pagbabali dun sa established rules ng committee, Madam Chair.
Yes, and
Madam Chair.
So, excuse me, Madam Vice President, there's a point of order that was raised, so we have to first rule on that. So there's a procedure that we have to follow.
Yes. Madam, can I just say that this is
Mainit
not part of the
kaagad pa?
presentation? This is an explanation of my answer.
No, but there is a
Diba?
point of order we will have to first decide upon. Pasensya na po. So, so there's, are you objecting to the ruling of the chair, the Honorable Bautista? So we have taken note of the point of order, which we have accepted, and at this point, the chair rules that we shall proceed. So the Honorable Franz Castro may now proceed with her interpellation. You have the floor, ma'am.
So, Madam Chair, siguro first observation, no, yung on the budget for the 2024.
Hindi in-honor po yung
Vice President ang nagsabi, Madam
gustong
Chair,
mangyari ni Inday.
slow and low utilization. So nakita naman natin doon sa presentation. So yung utilization ay napakababa. Pero syempre comment ko lang, no, mas mabilis siya sa confidential funds. 100% in 11 days. Madam Chair, so
May
Madam
parinig
Chair,
na kagad.
So according
11
to
days.
the utilization of the confidential and intelligence funds submitted by the COA,
Gigisay na siya sa confidential
to us,
funds.
No, so we have here surveillance and monitoring. Sabihin ko lang, Madam Chair, no, yung purchase of information out of 125 million confidential funds in 2022, purchase of information 14 million, payment of reward 10 million, rental and other incidental expenses relative to the maintenance of safe houses 16 million, purchase of supplies 35 million, provision of medical and food aid 40 million, payment of incentives or traveling relative to confidential operations 10 million. So a total of 125 million conducted surveillance in 132 areas in 11 days. So 100% utilization. Madam Chair, I have also here a report about the notice of disallowance.
Ayan po.
According to the notice of disallowance, the COA disallowed 73,287,000 out of 125 million confidential funds used by the OVP in 2022. So this is 58.62% of the 125 million. So can you confirm, the Vice President?
Madam Vice President.
Madam Chair, since you allowed her a snide comment, you will allow me a snide comment as well. So my question is, can you confirm?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Diba?
Okay.
Yes, Madam Chair.
So,
before you proceed, may I remind both our guests and our resource
you should have reminded her when she said that.
Naginit na si Inday.
I call your attention, Madam Chair, you did not recognize me. So, ngayon, sasabihin ko na, if you allowed her that, you allowed me a snide comment as well.
I don't recall hearing a snide comment, Madam Vice President. Ang snide comment, that's a matter of judgment. So please proceed
Secretariat, Madam Chair, I would like the Secretariat to repeat the first 3 lines of the comments. Point of order, Madam Chair. Point of order, Madam Chair, kasi parang...
So let's please proceed with the answer.
Point of order, Madam Chair, kasi parang siya yung nagpe-preside eh.
Yeah, that's why
Kasi inuutusan ng secretariat natin sa Committee on Appropriation.
yes,
Masyadong entitled si Inday.
President, please, with the response, there's a question. Please proceed with the response.
Madam Chair, I do not understand bakit a person convicted of child abuse is still sitting.
Malayo sa
In a
topic na
seat.
naman si Inday.
Point of order, yung sinasabi natin na dinadivert ang usapan sa ating budget hearing. Kung nagawa po niya yan sa Senado, Madam Chair, dapat hindi natin yan pahintulutan dito sa Kamara.
You allowed her a snide comment and then you will not allow
Please wait
a
to
snide comment?
Excuse me, our members and our guys.
warned you.
Please wait
Don't
to
go
be
to this rabbit hole.
Please wait to be acknowledged before he speak. Okay, so at this point, Honorable Manuel.
Madam Chair, again, it's another point of order kasi kapag may mga deliberation tayo, we should stick to the topic. Hindi pwede, Madam Chair, na dinadivert natin yung usapan para hindi natin sagutin yung tanong ng mga mambabatas natin. This is actually the best opportunity, formal proceedings, nakikita po ng publiko para malaman anong sagot ng Vice Presidente. So hindi po natin napapayagan ang ganong mga argumento na hindi naman tumutumbok dun sa topic natin.
So, Madam Vice President, there's
I
a
will make
question.
this easy for you.
Please make
Sige, ma'am.
your responses direct to the point.
Sige, ma'am. I will make this easy for you. What rules are we using for this budget hearing?
We have our rules
Yes, ma'am.
adopted by the Committee on Appropriations.
Right, okay. We searched for that rule. So, we only found the general rules. So, we have a copy of the rules for the budget hearings.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, mas importante ang rules para sa amin. Kayo po, ang kailangan nyo lang marinig is yung acknowledgement for you to begin to speak. Yun lang po ang pinaka-importante para sa guests. Sa totoo lang po.
Yes, ma'am.
So, ang pinaka-importante, yes, you may proceed. At saka po yung adjournment. Yun lang po. Yung termination po. Yun ang pinaka-importante lang po. For the rules, yun ang ay importante para sa members. But we may provide the copy to you.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
please proceed and answer the
May we
question.
request a copy?
Yes, yes, absolutely. But
Yes.
please, there is a question. And do you want us to repeat the question? And we will not penalize you all the time.
I don't
You can repeat the facts from the notice of disallowance.
I will read the repeat
Honorable
of the
Franz.
question.
Yes, Honorable Franz Castro, you may repeat your question on the notice of disallowance, I believe.
Yeah, tama, Madam Chair. So according to COA, the notice of disallowance is amounted to 73,287,000 out of 125. At ito po, Madam Chair, yung mga breakdown ng mga disallowed na mga na mga purchases. So reward payment of 10 million, payment of rewards, various goods, 34.857 million, payment of rewards, medicines, 24.93 million, tables, chairs, desks, computer and printers, 3.5 million. So, ang question, Madam Chair, so yung letter A, B, and C, so nakita naman natin nandoon yung sa joint circular. How about yung ito, no? How about yung mga tables, chairs, desktop, computer na umabot po ito sa 3.5 million. So, pwede bang maipaliwanag kung bakit ito pinurchase, Madam Chair?
Madam Vice President.
Madam Chair, I still request for the rules of the budget hearings. Okay, gusto mo sagutin ko, ma'am.
Yes, Madam.
This is a hearing of the budget of 2025. Nasaan dito ang confidential funds? Yung tanong niya,
Madam
confidential
Chair.
funds. Nasaan dito?
Honorable
Madam
Friends,
Chair, ito yung continuing, continuing questions pa natin noong 2024, during the last budgets. hindi na ipaliwanag itong 125 million na alam naman natin na wala ito sa budget ng 2022. So, ito, Madam Chair, sa rule naman natin, lahat dito tinatanong no? So, according to the budget, whether it is in the past, kasi nakikita natin yung utilization noong mga budget, kahit na yung past years, ay pwede natin busisiin dito, Madam Chair. Tama ba ako, Madam Chair?
I will agree with you, the Honorable Franz Castro. You may proceed.
Yes, ma'am.
Vice President.
Yun yung sagot ko, ma'am. Nasaan ang topic natin dito at ang pinasubmit ninyo sa amin is the budget proposal of 2025. Where in the budget proposal of 2025 is the item confidential funds. In aid of legislation nga ninyo, nakalagay nga doon sa rules ninyo, diba? The discussion should be germane to the topic. The topic is the 2025 budget proposal. Now tell me,
Madam Vice President, the Honorable Franz Castro has already provided a sufficient explanation for why she asked the question. So please proceed with your answer.
Madam Chair, why are we discussing the budget of 2023 and 2024?
Honorable Franz Castro.
So kung ayaw niyo
Umuusok
sagutin,
na si
Madam
Inday.
Chair, so let me go through na lang with the question. Kasi related naman ito.
Ayaw matanong ng confidential funds.
Natin ito noong
Disallowed po almost 60%.
125 million na ito. Hindi ito maipaliwanag, no? Dahil nga confidential no? Nagtago sa word na confidential. At ngayon, kailangan nating maipaliwanag at it is in the interest of the people. Yung 125 million na ito, Madam Chair, kaya kailangan ito na mabusisi at kailangan ito maipaliwanag ng OVP. Kaya hindi tayo pwedeng questionin ng mga rules, questionin ng mga topic, etc. Dahil related din naman talaga ito sa budget, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair.
Yes, you may proceed.
I request that the chairperson of the Finance Committee preside over this hearing.
Madam Vice President, with due respect, you are not allowed to do that, Madam Vice President.
Arrogante masyado po, si
You
Inday.
are not allowed
Siya na yung
to
nagdidictate.
introduce any motion. You are a research person this hearing, Madam President.
I did not move, ma'am. I requested as your research person, I requested
So
the
your request
chairperson
is
of the
denied,
committee.
Madam Vice President. Just please answer the question. The issue on confidential funds falls squarely within our discussion of your 2025 budget.
Narinig mo yung sinabi niya, ma'am? Narinig mo yung
proceed.
ka sa kanya kanina?
Absolutely.
Walang rules dito.
Please proceed and answer the question. It's a very simple question.
Diba?
Please explain the specifics.
Lalong matuturn off nito yung mga mamamayang Pilipino.
Amounting to
Kay Inday,
do you want
Amounting to a total of 73.287 million. So, dahil may notice of disallowance, so ibig sabihin, Madam Chair, illegal ito at not in accordance with the joint circular by the COA, DBM, and other related agencies.
malamang ito yung maging
ito ay
basis po ng
disallowed.
impeachment
So,
kay
ibig
Inday.
sabihin, illegal yung paggamit nito.
Illegal.
Madam Chair,
Disallowed by
itong
COA.
mga items na binanggit ko po, Madam
Madam
Chair.
Chair, you cannot allow a member of the House to just claim that it is illegal. That is a notice of disallowance.
Umuusok na si Inday.
Disallowance. That is a procedure inside the Commission on Audit. Hindi sa upuan niya.
The Honorable Friends.
Okay, thank you, Madam Chair. So, thank you for the explanation, Vice President. Okay, next. According to accomplishment report of OVP, it spent 10 million for payment of reward. So, Madam Chair, in 11 days, ilang tao kaya at magkano kada tao ang reward? In fact, COA disallowed the whole amount spent by OBP for payment of reward. Hindi ba, Madam Chair, questionable ito?
Madam Chair, the invitation letter that we received from the House of Representatives. Dear Vice President Duterte, the House Committee on Appropriations will hold briefings, hearings on the budget proposals of various departments, agencies, and corporations relative to the fiscal year 2025 National Expenditure Program as the basis of the fiscal year 2025 General Appropriations Bill. Saan? Sa presentation ko kanina, ang haba. Ang confidential funds.
Honorable Franz Castro. Can we request our technical people to fix the mic?
Umuusog po si Inday. Ayaw niya talagang ipaliwanag. Booking na po. May records yung Congress. From the Commission on Audit. Disallowed po. Laki ng problema po ni Inday. Ang pwede niyang gawin kung ayaw niyang magpaliwanag ng budget po ng Office of the Vice President, mag-resign na siya as Vice President. Walang magtatanong sa kanya. Di ba? Hindi siya bagay na mag-occupy ng posisyon sa gobyerno po. Kasi sa gobyerno po, ang ginagastos na budget galing sa taxes. So, there should be transparency. Tama po mga kababayan? Inasanay sila doon sa Davao. Walang nagtatanong sa kanya. Di man pwede yan dito.
Natin ang ating resource person. Practice po natin sa House na para po tayo ay makapagtalakay ng budget na pinopropose para sa susunod na fiscal year. Chine-check natin paano din gumagastos yung mga ahensya even in the current year and in the past year. Also, Madam Chair, Section 162, Rulings as Precedents, rulings on questions raised by members shall form part of the parliamentary practice of the House. At practice po natin since time immemorial na hindi lang po ang proposed budget yung tinatalakay. Kasi yung performance ay dapat bahagi din ng discussion. Yun lang, Madam Chair.
Noted. Honorable Franz, could you kindly check if your mic works?
Okay, thank you.
Sukol na kasi si Inday po. Na-corner siya.
So yun po, no, yung sinasabi natin kanina, yung payment ng reward, the resource person can answer this. Questionable, tingin ko ay questionable ito. Okay? So, next, according to the accomplishment report, isa sa pinaggamitan ng OBP ng confidential funds ay yung provision of medical and food aid. This is not allowed under the Joint Circular number 2015-01 dahil kailan pa naging confidential fund ang pagbibigay ng ayuda. Or kung ito naman ay ginamit sa mga ginamit na tao, informant, in 11 days. So paano kaya ginamit itong 40 million na ito, no, para sa medical and food aid in 11 days, Madam Chair? So yun yung tanong ko. Kung dito ginamit doon sa mga aids, medical aid or food aid, pero paano kaya, Madam Chair, ginamit itong 40 million na ito as a medical and food aid ng ilang tao in 11 days? So yun po yung tanong natin, Madam Chair.
Madam Vice President.
Madam Chair, the subject of this hearing is the OVP 2025 budget proposal. We do not have an item of confidential funds in the OVP budget proposal.
Ayaw sagutin, Inday.
So, may I continue, Madam Chair? Isa sa bumubukol na confidential fund ng OVP noong 2022 ay nasabi ko na, Madam Chair, yung medical and food aid at saka yung mga purchase of supplies. According to the accomplishment report, the OVP spent 40 million for medical and food aid in 11 days. So, ang ibig sabihin nito, Madam Chair, konting math, tumapatak na 3.64 million kada araw ang gastos para sa food and medical aid. So, hindi natin maintindihan, Madam Chair, paano ito ginastos in 11 days. 3.64 million kada araw dito sa item na ito.
Madam Vice
Do you want to
President.
comment?
Madam Vice President.
I did not call you, ma'am. It was Representative Arroyo who called you.
The Chair would like to remind both the resource persons and the members to please wait to be acknowledged before you speak.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
Tinawag
you
mo
mean,
ako.
yes.
For what, ma'am?
Parang sinisilaban si Inday sa upuan.
So, any comment, Madam Chair, dun sa sinabi natin based dun sa accomplishment report. So, kung gagamitan natin ng konting math, 3.64 million kada araw ang gastos para sa medical and food for 11 days. For how many people ba ito?
Madam Chair, the topic and the invitation of the House of Representatives to the Office of the Vice President for this hearing is the 2025
Ayaw
budget
talagang
proposal.
sagutin po.
There is no confidential funds in the 2025 budget proposal.
Pare-parehas yung sagot
For
niya.
the information of the body, the letter that we sent, our Madam Vice President, reads as follows. In the second paragraph, we noted the following topics to be discussed. Item number 3 is comparative budget allocation and utilization rate from fiscal year 2019 to 2023. That's item number 3. So I can provide you copies of the letter. So clearly, confidential funds spent in 2022 falls squarely within that. So yes, Honorable Francie, may proceed.
Yes, Madam Chair. So, mukhang hindi na tayo sasagutin ng hindi na ako sasagutin ng ating Vice President. So, sa bawat sagot kasi na ganyan ng ating Vice President, for the record, since ayaw magpaliwanag ang VP, so ibig sabihin nito, yung paggastos ng 125 million ay na pera ng taong bayan ay hindi maipaliwanag. So, yun lang, Madam Chair, kaya hinihiling natin sa Vice President o OVP na kailangan na maipaliwanag itong mga sinasabing item dito. Anyway, Madam Chair, sa kanila naman ang galing yung utilization of confidential and intelligence fund. And of course, ito lang naman ang hawak ko din dito, yung notice of disallowance. Kaya gusto talaga nating maintindihan, Madam Chair, kung ang notice of disallowance ay, so syempre papaliwanag pa nila yan, kung paano, di ba? So kailangan malaman din ng taong bayan na sila yung nagbibigay ng pondo para sa operations ng OVP at lahat ng mga agency. At kailangan yung maipaliwanag. So hindi pwede yung ganyan na yung tactics na ganyan na parang parang sorry for the pusit, na kapag nasusukol na ang pusit ay nagaano ng maitim na tinta. So ayaw natin ng gano'n, Madam Chair, kasi yung atin namang pinag-uusapan dito ay budget. No? So huwag naman mag-ugaling pusit ang Office of the Vice President.
Madam Chair, may I point of information only, Madam Chair? May I? Madam Chair.
No, sorry. Wait. Before you, I'd like to. Before we proceed to the next person on the list, I believe that our former president,
Ayan, mag-abogada si GMA. Kay Inday.
In relation to the point of order, because in the beginning, it was settled that the issue would be the 2025 budget. And in all our hearings, to what I recall, when we want to question something about performance, we question the 2024 budget. not the 2023 budget. What is being questioned now is the 2023 budget, which was discussed very extensively last year, and that is the reason why the House removed the confidential funds. So that issue has already been, to my mind, for purposes of the budget hearing, laid to rest. So that's my observation, Madam Chair.
We note that, Madam former President, but of course we know that yung pompondo ng 2023 ay of course pwede pa rin maging continuing appropriation hanggang 2024. So in the same way, 2022 pwede maging continuing pa rin 2023. At alam din po natin, last year pinagdepatihan po natin ng matindi itong 2022 confidential funds, and in fact, we left a homework for the COA. Sinabi natin sa kanila na kailangan nilang tapusin ang audit by November, I believe mid-November of last year. And since then, hindi na natin alam kung ano nangyari. So that's the reason for why tinatalakay natin ito. And it's a big amount of money. I believe we owe it to the people to understand what happened. Of course, tinanggal na natin noong 2024. Gusto natin malaman, tama ba yung ginawa natin? Kasi baka naman nagkamali tayo. So I think it's worth assessing what we did in 2024 in order to know what to do in 2025. So with that, let's proceed with our next interview.
May I?
Is this just a point of order?
Not a point of order, but
we will only.
just,
you may wish to be.
rejoinder of what.
You may wish to be. Unless it's a point of order, you may wish to be listed. I can put you here, sir.
Parliamentary inquiry, Madam Chair.
Yes, you
Parliamentary inquiry. May I ask if
NGO nga po,
person is required to answer
kalyado ni
a
Inday.
question that is related to a commission on audit notice of disallowance when she already said she's not going to answer. Also, the notice of disallowance is addressed to the office of the Vice President. And just to make it clear, a notice of disallowance is not a judgment. It is a request, it is an order from the Commission on Audit for the particular office to explain what are the particulars. At saka hindi na yan legislation side. That is already on the accountability side in the budget cycle. So, my parliamentary inquiry, Madam Chair, is that nagsabi na nga siya na hindi siya sasagot, and it is related to the COA notice of disallowance. And just to add, sinabi na rin ni former President, it was thoroughly discussed in the previous year. In fact, tinanggal sa budget ng 2024 yung confidential fund. And we know that there's a pending case on that also. To discuss that further might somehow prejudice or be biased whatsoever. So, yun lang po, Madam Chair.
Alright, salamat. On your inquiry, the only requirement is to provide a direct response on the question. Meaning to say, a response that is directly related to the question. Meaning to say, kung may question at ayaw niyo pong sagutin niyo ng diretsahan na hindi po ako sasagot dun sa tanong. Ang problema po kasi, ang response ay naging hindi related dun sa tanong. Halimbawa, may tanong, ang sagot ay paglalarawan doon sa nagtanong. So hindi naman yun, klaro na hindi yun directly related doon sa tanong. Kaya, yun po, I think it's a reasonable ask. If there's a question, you may or may not answer. You're not compelled. But you just please say, I do not wish to answer. That's it. And at least we know it's a direct response. And with that, we move to the next
Madam Chair.
Person on the list.
Madam Chair.
That is, Madam Chair, hindi na po tayo matatapos.
Yan ang sinabi ko sa iyo kanina. Ayaw mo maniwala sa akin eh. Aabot talaga tayo ng bukas dito.
Matindi
diba?
po.
Madam Chair.
Hindi talaga naturuan ng tama si Day.
He said, yes, and please, I remind also our persons to please act in a respectful manner. Pasensya na po, hindi po kasama sa poder ninyo ang pagpa-fire ng presiding officer ng hearing na to. So yes,
So if you allow members of the House of Representatives lines like what you just said, like pusit, bakit mo ako kinukrucify for saying a fact that somebody is convicted of child abuse sitting in the chair? Pusit, and then
Malayo na sa topic si Inday.
not fire.
Out of order.
Chair. So bakit?
yes,
Bakit napaka one-sided nito, ma'am?
po.
Dahil ba madami kayo dyan sa kabila at nag-iisa ako dito?
We note all your comments, ma'am, and let us now proceed. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Madam Chair, point of order.
Yes, the Honorable Benny Abante.
I just came in. I hear this. We're not talking about the budget. We're accusing each other here. I'd like to find out from the resource speaker if this is the kind of hearing that we're going to have.
Sir, I am not the presiding officer of this hearing.
I know.
Yes, sir.
But the thing is, you're asking questions, Madam Chair. The resource speaker
Correct.
does not have any right to ask questions. Or do you have?
Where is that
Madam Vice
in your
President,
rules that
Madam
a
Vice
resource
President,
person
this is a
cannot
budget hearing.
request for
Please tell me
clarification?
here.
Some order, please. Some order, please. Yes, Honorable Benny Abante, may proceed.
I'm just asking a
Napakabastos
question
ni
to
Inday.
our resource speaker. You know, because she's asking a question and she's accusing some of the members of this committee. I just would like to find out if we are the ones that have the right to ask questions and her right is to answer the questions of the committee.
Okay, so
Yun lang po sa akin yung point of order. Madam Chair,
Yes.
if you understand me,
Yes.
Madam Vice President, am I right?
No, sir. I'm gonna ask the chair to ask
Si
you
Inday ng
to
presiding
clarify
officer.
What are my accusations?
Please wait to be recognized, ma'am. Pasensya na po. So again, I'd like to remind our resource persons that you are here, you're invited to answer, to present.
To answer
You've done
questions.
that. Thank you very much. And at this point in time, you're here to
Para i-approve yung budget niya, dapat sagutin niya yung mga tanong. That's simple.
And we request you
Si Inday na yung
please
nagtatanong.
respond in a direct way. With that,
Arrogante
like to
talaga. Walang
recognize
manners.
from the majority, the Honorable Milagros Aquino Magsaysay. You have the floor, ma'am.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Magandang hapon po sa ating lahat, sa ating committee chairperson, at sa ating mga kasama sa Kongreso, at ganun din po sa ating mga panauhin mula sa OVP sa pangunguna ng ating Vice President, Sara Duterte, Carpio, at iba pang sangay ng gobyerno. Madam Chair, meron lang po akong dalawang maikling katanungan na nais kong mabigyan ng linaw. Ang una ay nais kong itanong sa OVP kung meron po bang mga programa ang inyong opisina patungkol sa ating mga minamahal na senior citizens, at kung meron po, pwede po bang paki-furnish ang aking office ng listahan para naman po alam ko kung ano po ang isasabihin ko sa aking mga senior citizen na pakinabangan naman sa Office of the Vice President. Pangalawa po, sa COA, nais ko pong itanong para po sa mga hindi masyadong nakakaunawa, pakipaliwanag po kung ano ba ang ibig sabihin ng Notice of Disallowance at ano po ba ang ibig sabihin kung ang iyong opisina ay mabigyan nito. Yan lang po, Madam Chair, at muli magandang hapon po sa lahat.
Salamat. Let's begin with the first question, Madam Vice President.
Madam Chair, we do not distinguish for the recipients of our projects. Senior citizens can readily avail of the medical and burial assistance, the Magnegotiatay, and other projects of the OVP, including the kalusugan food trucks during calamities and the libreng sakay. So, ma'am, hindi po kami nag-exclude ng mga senior citizens. Welcome po sila lahat sa mga projects ng Office of the Vice President.
Salamat, Madam Vice President. So, pwede kong sabihin sa aking mga senior citizens na pwede silang mag-avail ng medical assistance and financial assistance.
Yes, ma'am, of course. And then we do have the senior citizen express lane, ma'am, for senior citizens sa aming mga opisina. Your second question, ma'am, is the notice of disallowance.
Vice President, I believe that was addressed to the
Ako po inano yung question.
Okay. Which means the chair recognizes our Assistant Commissioner Alexander Oliano, sir.
Madam Chair, good afternoon. Ang notice of disallowance po ay, ang ibig sabihin niya, hindi pwede yung expenditure kasi either irregular, unnecessary,
irregular,
excessive, extravagant, or unconscionable. Pero hindi po nangangahulugan na pag may notice of disallowance ay yun na yung final kasi meron pa pong appeal process sa commission. Hanggang hindi po na-resolve ng commission proper yan, doon po masasabi talaga na yung ground ng notice of disallowance ay tama. Pero meron pa rin pong karapatan ng persons liable na mag-apila sa Supreme Court po. Ang final determination po doon sa notice of disallowance ng Supreme Court.
So, ibig sabihin po nito, kung may notice of disallowance po, ay ibig sabihin hindi tama yung paggastos ng pondo. Ganun po ba yun?
Yun po yung naging evaluation ng auditor na nag-audit po ng transaction.
Salamat po. That's all, Madam Chair. Thank you very much.
Ito yung presentation ni Congresswoman Swansing ng yung budget ni Inday sa confidential funds na disallowed. Ito yung presentation. Pakinggan po natin.
Chair, I prepared a few slides for presentation to the committee. Madam Chair, may I request for the permission of this committee to show the slides on the screen?
Committee Secretary, kindly upload.
Madam Chair, given the volume of the documents, I have created this chart to summarize all the pertinent information with regard to all of these documents, summarized across the different quarters. First, I would like to highlight the number of days by which the 125 million pesos was spent across the 4 quarters. In the first quarter, it was spent within 11 days. That is the period of December 21 to 31, 2022. For the first quarter of 2023, it was spent in 52 days between February and March, 67 days for Q2 2023, and 79 days for Q3 2023. And if you average that out, Madam Chair, as you can see there, we're looking at 11 million, 2 million, 1 million, and another 1 million for each of the quarters. And here, Madam Chair, I would like to now move to the highlights of the findings of the Commission on Audit. So here we will see, I've segmented the 125 million between the two. First is allowed in audit and either disallowed in audit or questioned in audit. So for the first quarter, for the fourth quarter of 2022, which is the subject of the notice of disallowance, we can see here, Madam Chair, that out of the 125 million pesos in confidential funds utilized from December 21 to 31, 2022, 73.287 million was disallowed in audit by the Commission on Audit, and I will give the Commission on Audit the time as well later to elaborate on that. And 51.7 million was disallowed in audit, rather allowed in audit. Here, Madam Chair, you would see that across the three succeeding quarters, while not yet or not subjected to the notice of disallowance, has already received the audit order memorandum with particular findings. So here, Madam Chair, you would see that on average, 53% 49% and 28% of the amount in question was questioned by COA in the succeeding AOM. So perhaps, Madam Chair, I will do that as well, divided per day, just to contextualize it. So for the fourth quarter of 2022, 6.66 million pesos on average daily was disallowed in audit out of the 11.3 million pesos spent by the OVP between the period of December 21 to 31. 1.2 million in the next quarter, 925,000 in the next quarter, and 443,000 in the next quarter. So, Madam Chair, I will stop here for now and throw a question to COA. If I may, Madam Chair, to the Assistant Commissioner, may he please elaborate on the grounds for the fourth quarter of 2022 for the disallowance of the 73 million, which translates to 58.6% of the expenditure. May I ask COA as to the nature of the disallowance, and for the succeeding quarters, may we ask COA, Madam Chair, to elaborate on the nature of the issuance of the questions under the AOM. Thank you very much, Madam Chair.
Assistant Commissioner Juliano, you have the floor, sir.
Madam Chair, may I be allowed to explain the reason of my presence in this budget hearing?
Yes, please proceed.
This is in connection with the invitation of Honorable Elizalde to our chairperson, Gamaliel Cordova, who is now attending a Senate hearing on the revised audit code of the Philippines. And he instructed me to represent him in relation to the subpoena duces tecum issued by the Committee on Appropriations. I would like to explain that we have a dedicated office, that is the Intelligence and Confidential Fund Audit Unit, that exclusively audits the Intelligence and Confidential Fund. It is not revealed to any other office, even my office. I am overseeing the special services sector and local government audit sector. Thus, I could not give you the details or the specifics about the audit of the disallowance, and we already submitted our compliance with the committee, and I'm not the proper person to explain the details of the notice of disallowance. Thank you.
Honorable Swansing.
Madam Chair, the reasons behind these disallowances and the questions under the AOM are detailed in the notice of disallowances and the AOM. So in the absence of a response from COA, may I quickly highlight, Madam Chair, the highlights of the different documents?
Please proceed.
Thank you, Madam Chair. For the notice of disallowances, the nature pertain in the non-compliance with item 4.8.5b of Joint Circular number 2015-01, which is the non-submission of documents evidencing success of information gathering and or surveillance activities. And for the others, Madam Chair, COA did not allow the inclusion of rewards of various goods as supplies, as indicated in the menu category, and that is actually, Madam Chair, very similar across the board. You would see that the AOMs have a very similar nature in terms of the questions posed by COA. It really pertains on the same issues at hand. If I may request COMSEC to please move to the next slide.
Yes, but you have 30 seconds left.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I will wrap up.
Yes, please.
Slide 3, please. Pakilakihan, please, COMSEC. Here, Madam Chair, as you would see across the board, for every single one of the quarters in question, there seems to be a pattern, Madam Chair. Here you can see that the categories are the same in terms of expenditure across the different quarters, which makes sense given that there's a menu within the joint circular for the different categories through which the confidential funds may be utilized. But two things, Madam Chair, that I would like to highlight highlight here. Given that there are differing number of surveillance areas for each of the different periods and the number of days, even though, for example,
Kindly wrap up.
Sorry, Madam Chair, my laptop is freezing. Regardless of whether or not the number of areas surveillanced is 111 or the upper bound, which is 132, the pattern of spending seems to be the same across the different quarters. And also the line items questioned by COA in terms of, as you can see here, the ones in orange are the same. It's with regard to the payment of rewards, the provision of medical and food aid, and the payment of incentives and traveling relative to the confidential operation. So, Madam Chair, in this very heavy slide, all I would like to highlight is there seems to be a pattern. There's a pattern in terms of expenditure, regardless of the amount of work entailed, and the pattern as well in terms of questionable categories on the part of COA seems to be the same as well. And Madam Chair, just to close, last na talaga, Madam Chair, next slide. Next slide as well. Comsec, next slide please. Madam Chair, just to highlight, in peso terms, in terms of percentages, in terms of the notice of disallowance for Q4 2022, siguro po mahalaga for us to contextualize it in terms of peso terms. So for Q4 2022, dun po sa pinag-usapan natin na 125 million pesos in confidential funds na nagastos po in 11 days. Sa bawat 10 piso po na ibinigay, ipinagkatiwala po ng taong bayan sa Office of the Vice President patungkol po dito sa confidential funds, 6 na piso po. 6 na piso sa 10 piso. Yung sa palagay po ng COA ay nagastos sa hindi tamang paraan. So, mahalaga po, Madam Chair, na makita po yon sa ganong konteksto. And looking at the percentages, it seems to be the same in the succeeding quarters. I would not preempt it, given that the audit is still ongoing. But in Q1 2023, that's 5 pesos out of 10 pesos. For Q2 2023, that's 5 pesos as well out of 10 pesos. At sa Q3 2023 ay 3 piso sa 10 piso. So ganun po, Madam Chair, it's important to ask for accountability given the oversight functions of the House as well. Aside from scrutinizing the budget, making sure that we put the right budget where they're needed. It's also the responsibility of the House to exercise oversight and ask for accountability. So, Madam Chair, yun lang po. Gusto lang po natin siguraduhin na nagagastos po sa tama yung kaban ng bayan. Maraming salamat po.
Salamat, Madam Vice President. Wish or
is more important than the answer.
I will repeat what I said earlier. The subject matter as
pumusok na si Inday. Sunog na sunog po. Highly anomalous, madaling sabi. Sa kada 10 pesos, 6 pesos ang nagastos sa hindi tama. Sa 125 million. Yan ang ibig sabihin nun. So I think malamang yung kinatatakutan ni Inday na impeachment, baka may mag-submit na po. At kung may mag-submit po, para impeach si Inday sa hindi tamang paggamit ng pera ng bayan, deserve po, justified, walang politika, kundi dapat talaga papanagutin si Inday. Sa mga naghanap ng malinis and spacious fitness gym, pumunta lang po kayo sa aming Colossal Fitness Gym. We also offer Grab Car Rental with our brand new 2023 model ng Toyota Innova. We also accept booking for those who are planning to travel via PAL, Cebu Pacific, and other airline companies, local and international, and bills payment for Meralco bills, PLDT, etc. Ang Colossal Fitness Gym is located at 3rd floor, Security Bank Building, Landco Business Park, Legazpi City, Albay. For inquiries, look for Gilon Maravillas, contact number 0966-802-0949. Yan ang aming Innova. Lagi na pong matao sa amin. Pati mga foreigners po, mga British tourists po sila. Ito mga taga Denmark. Ito India National. Ito naman yung bagong product naming binibenta online, iGlow Serum. Whitening po siya galing South Korea. tingnan ninyo epekto sa aking anak na architect entrepreneur. Sa mga inquiries ninyo, dumiretso na lang kayo sa kanyang messenger, Riz Maravillas on FB. Ito naman po, Fairmax Firming and Lifting Cream, pinapahid po sa mga pulses in affected area. Mainam po ito sa mga pains at paninigas na mga kaso-kasuan. Ito naman po, Automax Radiant Serum. Sa mukha naman yung application, anti-aging po siya. You will look 10 years younger than your age. Sa mga cancer patients, try nyo po itong Ningxia Red Mixed Fruit Drink. Hindi man po siya gamot, food supplement siya. Kaya lang, gawa siya sa goji berry. Yung goji berry po, may anti-cancer properties. Yung mga inquiries ninyo, dumiretso na lang kayo sa aming messenger sa Facebook para masagot namin agad. Ayos pa? Ako po si Dante Maravillas. Bye-bye. God bless.